What's up, guys? We're getting into key number 15 in seduction, and that's to be bold. Now, this is very important. You have to master this. You have to be bold because we've already talked about the confidence, the awareness, the power that you have over yourself, and everything that comes with being a man, right? Showing no hesitation, having all the answers, being on top of everything. That's huge, and being bold comes with that because that's just a part of everything that I just said. You have to be bold. You have to move with no hesitation. So that's the first point, is move with no hesitation. Show that you're not gonna, like I said, you're not gonna vary anything that you do or any of your qualities, your beliefs for anyone. So you're moving with no hesitation. You don't hesitate because you're clear on who you are and what you do. So being bold, let me just say this before we even get it more into it, is being bold is very important because it comes later on in the seductive process when you start doing other things, right? It's like the boldness comes in moves, like not the talking, but it comes in the approach. That's the first thing. You have to go and talk to her, and if you wait too long, she's gonna see you staring at her and she's gonna be like, this guy's hesitating. It's already anti-seductive. You already killed it, right? So that's the first thing. You have to approach her as soon as you see her. Maybe not as soon as you see her, but you can't wait too long at all, or else it's gonna be killed. And then also later on, when it comes to being touchy with her, so that's still in the beginning, but when you go for the kiss, when you go for trying to take off her clothes or whatever, if you guys get to that level, or just doing anything, every action you make has to come out of boldness. It has to come out of everything that you guys are going to start doing. If you guys are going to go eat, you guys are going to go somewhere else afterwards and chill and hang out, do some activity together, and kiss her and things. Everything has to come out of boldness. You can't hesitate on it. So it just has to become a part of your personality, being bold. Some things, of course, more than others require more boldness than other things. If you're just talking to her and having the conversation and being charming, witty, funny, humorous, whatever, that's just coming out of you naturally, right? You're just letting the conversation flow. But also, you're still being bold though, because you're letting it flow. You're not hesitating on what you're saying to her. You're not hesitating on touching her and everything, all the things that you're saying to her. So just make the boldness become a part of your personality. It's very important, and it really helps when it comes to making more of the bigger decisions later on, not only with women, but of course with life. So all these things just help you become better socially, period, and better for situations in life, period. So don't be scared about coming off too strong. That's a big one, because a lot of guys, they hesitate because, how do I say this? They don't want to come off like, oh, I don't want her to think I just want this. I don't want to come off too dominant, too strong. So I'm just going to pretend to be this weaker kind of guy. And then you just ruined yourself right there. You literally just played yourself because you wanted to come off weaker. Like when men are scared to come off too bold when their intentions are wrong, because they know if I come off too, my intentions are wrong. So if I come off too bold and show her that she's going to not want me, they're scared to mess up. But when your intentions are right, when you're someone of character, you know that your intentions are good, you know what you're after, you know what you want, you could be bold because you're confident, and you know that what you're doing, you're confident in, that's who you are. You don't have to be afraid to be bold, because you don't have to be afraid to mess up on whatever act you're trying to play, because you're not playing one, you're just being your seductive character, and you know what you're doing. So don't be scared about coming off too strong, because your intentions are good, right? All right. And then number 3 is, women want you to make all the first moves. That's what they want. Like, everything keeps coming back to that confidence and power that I was talking about, right? Women want to be taken into the arms of a man that's making all the moves. That's part of our nature. The woman nature, he's the man, he makes the moves, he does that. So that's why you don't want to wait for her to approach you or anything like that, or like I said before, of taking foot off the gas and letting her become the seducer and everything like that. That all comes later, once you've built up such rapport that it's just maxed out. But in the beginning, be bold. You have to be the bold one, because then once you are, that's what brings that boldness out of her, which will make her feel comfortable with being the seducer, with making the first decisions and things like that. You have to move with no hesitation. You're the one that has to make the first moves. Learn from the acts of leaders and be bold with your moves and direction. Like I'm saying, women are attracted to that kind of stuff. It's in our history. It's just nature. We're attracted to leaders. We're attracted to security. We're attracted to people that are bold and people that are going to make those decisions that we're afraid to make. That's what's highly attractive to us. So that's what you have to be. You have to be bold, and you have to, learn from leaders and be bold with your moves. Your boldness will rub off on her, and she'll begin to try to take the initiative in some cases. That was what I was just saying, right? Later on, when you want to take your foot off the gas, you can't do that if you haven't already demonstrated that you're comfortable with yourself, you're being bold, and you're having it rub off off on her. All of our emotions, all of our, acts, everything, it's all contagious. That's why they say, if you want to know who you are, just look at your 3 closest friends, because their acts are going to be contagious on you. That's who you're going to be. So if you're being bold, you're making her comfortable, you're giving her positive emotions, she'll be able to reciprocate that later on whenever that time comes. So an example is, when going for the first kiss, do it with boldness. Again, no hesitation. That's very important. That's the biggest bold move, I guess, that you're really going to make, right? In the seduction process, is going for the kiss, because that's where everybody messes up. That's where everybody hesitates. It's like, this is one thing where you don't want to take a movie's advice. Well, actually in the movies, the powerful characters do it with no hesitation, right? But I mean, if you're watching a movie about socially awkward couple, which a lot of the movies are, because it's funny. That's funny when they're hesitating, right? And they don't know, that's why they put that in there, because it's comedy to us. But you don't want to do that in real life. You don't want to hesitate. It's not cute. If you hesitate on the kiss, the woman thinks that, you're thinking too much of yourself. You're thinking too much of you're thinking about it too much. There's too much doubt in your head, and you're not just completely wrapped up in her beauty, and, you're guessing too much. You're supposed to just move with no hesitation, because you're so in that moment. Like I said, you're so wrapped up in her beauty that you just went out you couldn't help yourself. That's the best way to say it. That's what it should seem like. You just could not help yourself from going for the kiss. She will appreciate that and find that much more attractive than you hesitating. Hesitating will kill that moment, because when do you kiss her after that? When does it feel right after you hesitate? It doesn't. You can't think of a time when it feels better to do it after there's already hesitation, when you already could see that you tried but then hesitated, or you thought about it and didn't do it. Just do it. When the moment comes, when it feels right, boom, go for it, because like I said, you can't help yourself. That's the impression you give off, and that's how you be bold, and that's how you be bold with that first kiss, man. Just go for it when the timing is right. That's key number 15. Be bold. Practice it. Like I said, incorporate it into your life, just because it'll help you all around, not even just in seduction, but definitely you have to have that bold first kiss. That's the biggest point, I guess, in this. Having boldness in your personality obviously falls into everything we've already talked about, but being bold with that first kiss, that first move, very important, and also the approach, of course. So that's number 15, and let's get into the next one.